make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Mayo. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Snap from the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. At the 45, on his way. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Complete to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Nice yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Manning. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And the Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Manning. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Terrapins are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
He'll take another shot here. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25.
Oh, what a play. It's intercepted.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball. And I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now the play fake. He caught it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Wisconsin dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pulls it in. It's pulled. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. And you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Finds his big tight end. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Now on the move. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Dude, you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards. What a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
Got his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air. It's Washington. The quick out. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Maryland! On to attempt the try. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Mayo. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the handoff. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Finding open areas. Makes it past the marker. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Grab behind the line. It's McLaurin. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Man, I love on third down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Terrapins! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Motion from the back. Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's 4. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Going to swing it on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quick completion on the out. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. looking to throw on first down. Looking left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I think it's really hard as a quarterback to know when to put touch on the ball and when to throw that thing as hard as you possibly can. And right there, I don't think he needed to throw it that hard. I think he could have softened that up a little bit because he had a chance to hit the guy deep for a big play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
That man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Terrapins really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Going up top again. Right on the money. Good pickup on that one. They will stop him short of the line to gain, and now we'll see what they do on fourth down from the 17. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over UMass. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and
3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Picked off to stop the threat. Bringing it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. He'll start this drive firing. Now he's going to break the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one, in this offense within striking distance. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Manning. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Looking downfield very late in the half. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Got the quick pass. Payne knocked him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. They'll immediately call timeout. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Absolute shank. Missed it. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Spins away from the defense. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him and make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Dropping back, it's Washington. Grabbed in the middle, it's McLaurin. There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Working the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
And they explode on that one, and they've got
bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle.
Touchdown, Maryland! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to a 28-24 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Virginia has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there, and now we have ourselves a blowout. They're up by 21 over the Judicials. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got the first down. Looking for more. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Mayo. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave it the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Yellow Jackets will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that
He's loose on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Washington. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. He's got it on the outside. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a 1st down, new set of downs for the offense.
One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carapaz! The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. I mean, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw it to them, and they'll make big plays for them.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. That's caught. It's Taylor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
The give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Fires left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Petty. Here's a heat. He'll let it go to the left. Looking for the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And the offense...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To throw on 1st down. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Makes the catch down the right side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. To the 16, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open.
Touchdown, Maryland! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
To the air, it's Washington. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws him to within a field goal. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense. Desperate to get a stop. From the gun, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Back to pass, it's Washington. Under fire. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Grabbed over the middle. It's Polk. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look.
Touchdown, Terrapins! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The hand to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Running back searching for a hole. Makes a man miss. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Mayo. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Snagged out of the air.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, it's Petty. Here's the pressure. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. They'll start this drive from the 42. On the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.